Students used to have to access one of these blue light phones in order to report a crime on campus. Now they can do so right from their phones. Behind me here is one of the few crosswalks on East Carolina University campus. Students are advocating for more crosswalks to be put in to improve student safety. One of those free stands is located right here outside of Bait Building, where students can just walk by, grab a paper, and start to read. Several apps were tested, but officials decided LiveSafe was the best option for ECU.
It was user-friendly, it provided a number of safety features that were important to the community and the students, and that was something that we felt would be very beneficial to ECU in general.
Jason Sugg is Deputy Chief of Police at ECU.
If there's something that people perceive as a danger or a safety issue, whether it's criminal or not, the app can be used to report that.
It not only connects students with police, but with other departments around campus as well.
It does provide the campus community another access point, not just for the police department, but for other departments on campus.
LiveSafe will help increase communication between students and safety officials.
It provides students with another avenue to communicate. In our case, with the police department, they can report things, whether it's criminal in nature or it may not be criminal in nature, but it may be a safety concern.
The app is adding to safety measures already in place at ECU.
It's not necessarily something that is going to kind of overtake or replace the blue light phones at this point, but it is a very good addition to what is already existing here at ECU. Students used to have to access one of these blue light phones in order to report a crime on campus. Now they can do so right from their phones. One major benefit of the app is that students can use it anywhere, on or off campus. It is universally accessible regardless of where you're at, on campus or off campus. The blue light phones, of course, are only accessible on campus.
LiveSafe has many features, allowing each person to use it differently.
It has a number of features. It's not just about reporting. It's not just about reporting anonymously. It has a wide variety of features that people can explore and they can use, and they can tailor it to fit their particular needs.
You get to learn things that you wouldn't learn in the classroom.
Brian Woodkovich is the sports editor at the East Carolinian.
You get a chance to work with your peers. You get a chance to work with people who have been there before, and you get the hands-on experience.
John Harvey is the director of student media at ECU. He says the East Carolinian has two main missions.
One is to provide a news organization that will service the community. That's one mission. But you also have the mission of educating our students.
Ryan Clancy is the editor-in-chief at the East Carolinian. He says accessibility to a paper for students increases readership.
We get a lot of readers at the East Carolinian because there are free stands all around campus, and people like being able to just walk by and pick up a paper and read it. It's very convenient. One of those free stands is located right here outside of Bait Building, where students can just walk by, grab a paper, and start to read.
Clancy says being on campus gives the East Carolinian an advantage over other newspapers.
That's an advantage we have over other medias that are our fingers on the pulse so we can get things quickly.
Woodkovich says the experience of working at the East Carolinian helps students when looking for a job after college.
When you're looking for a job when you're older, you'll be able to present this experience and have that help you out.
Harvey says a student paper is important for a university and its students.
A student newspaper is part of that transition where you're empowered. So it's pretty, I can't imagine a university that doesn't have a voice for the students.
Matrix here, as you can see, and I'm having some issues with this following.
Richard DeCesar is a Greenville traffic engineer. He says it's not easy to get a new stoplight.
There are set national standards for traffic signal warrants. We can't deviate from those. So we would go out and collect the necessary traffic volumes, pedestrian volumes that we need to check against those warrants.
DeCesar says complaints come in from everywhere.
We started getting requests and started filing requests along the 10th Street corridor. And again, they came in from council members, they came in from users, they came in from students out that way.
Greenville Police Lieutenant David Bowen says the city is trying to figure out how to make things better.
The city and the state has noticed the increase in traffic, so there's been a study being done and to try to improve traffic. So some type of traffic calming needs to take place.
Many different city officials make up a committee for that study.
With a committee that's built up of city reps, university reps, business reps, the police, emergency fire.
Billy Klein is a resident at 33 East.
I think it'd help out greatly with traffic. Definitely there's some mornings where there's too much traffic for the buses to even get out. Sometimes I may be late for class or cutting it close.
Bowen says roads in the area have always been congested.
This was always where people came from the coast to come into town to do whatever, and it's always just been a little hub of where major roads intersect with 10th Street and Greenville Boulevard.
Klein says he had several near wrecks there.
Yeah, there's been a couple times cutting it a little close. I mean, there's a blind spot coming when I'm trying to make a right onto Greenville Boulevard. So, like I said, I think it'd definitely be helpful to add in a stoplight there.
Klein advises anyone thinking about living in that area to take the intersection into consideration, something he wishes he had done.
It's definitely something I should have, and I'd probably advise people thinking about living here, or especially Copper Beach, to think about that.
City police patrol the intersection, but the decision of putting in a traffic light comes down to the state.
I've seen a lot of cop cars pulled over and a lot of accidents recently, so I think that would also help out traffic-wise.
That is a state-maintained road, it's Highway 33, so the city can have some input, but ultimately it falls back to the Department of Transportation in the state of North Carolina.
Craig Moyer, Pirate News Network.